The world's top conservative commentators famously runs a no-spin zone, and of course, he's also a best-selling author. This is his latest book. It's a must-read if you don't have it already. Confronting the president's no-spin assessments from Washington to Biden. It's out now. It takes a unique look at each U.S. president from, you got it, Washington to Joe Biden, who may be the lamest of all lame ducks. Pleased to welcome in now Bill O'Reilly right here with us. Hey, Bill, good to see you. This just crossed the wires that Milei, Argentina's president, will meet with Trump and Musk next week here in the United States. So clearly there's some moves happening already.
Yeah, I mean, look, it always happens this way. The period between the election and the inauguration is just one of ceremony primarily. I hope for the sake of America, there aren't any emergencies that arise because Joe Biden is pretty much finished. He's shot. And nobody really has much interest in the president any longer. Gave an address about the election. Nobody watched it. He didn't really say much. So it's all ceremonial. He'll have a big Christmas party there at the White House. I used to go to them. Very impressive. One of the highlights of my life was going to those White House Christmas parties. But nothing else is going to much happen before Trump comes in late January. We
see all the reaction. Donald Trump here dodged the law, according to Politico, and here's who to blame. But many say what's to blame is a weaponized DOJ. I want to get your reaction. Mike Davis, the president of Article 3, talked to me about what he would like to see happen to now deranged Jack Smith, according to him.
He should go to prison for engaging in a criminal conspiracy against President Trump. He was smart enough to say that he's going away. It's amazing he did it the day after the election, after he said that nothing he was doing was about the election. This was just about the law. Then he announces after Trump won, he's shutting down after the election. Jack Smith certainly should go to hell.
Okay, maybe some voters feel that way, but I'd love to get your election on how all of a sudden everything just seems to go away, Bill.
Yeah, I did this on my broadcast of No Spin News, which you can access on BillO'Reilly.com today. Smith is toast. He'll be out of there shortly. I don't think if I were anybody in the Trump administration, I'd go after Smith. I don't think that would move the country into a good position unless he violated a law, unless there's evidence that the Justice Department under Trump can show the American people that this guy set up something or staged something that wasn't true, then you got to go get him. But if it's just a fishing expedition, I'd let it go. So you can assume that there aren't going to be any federal cases against Trump any further. The only two that remain then are Georgia, which is a mess, that'll get thrown out, and New York, which will be blocked. So Trump is supposed to be sentenced next week. That sentencing's not going to happen.
So we kind of have this emergence of where people can get information that they can trust. You, of course, one of them. We may have a trifecta. We don't know the House yet, Bill, but a trifecta would be amazing. And I don't know if you want to predict anybody that you think would be great in the cabinet. I'm sure my viewers would be interested to hearing what you would think, maybe Secretary of State or where Donald Trump should be looking at for, positions as we look ahead to this, what he is saying will be a golden era for America.
Okay, I think that the Republicans will take the House so that Trump will have unprecedented power to get his agenda done, but he better get it done fast. So the American people are expecting action. Mike Pompeo will be in the cabinet, very efficient man, was there last time around. I don't know what position, could be defense, could be Secretary of State. I think that if he isn't Secretary of State Pompeo, it might be Senator Rubio from Florida. He wants the job. Attorney General, I really don't know. I mean, you really have to have somebody come in, a reformer, clean that place up, because it's really horrible. You can count on the head of the FBI getting fired. CIA will go. But I don't have a pipeline in to what Donald Trump is thinking, and everybody's coming at him now with names, and it must be driving him nuts.